Hi everyone, never done an unboxing before, it's kind of exciting. So today arrived my new tent, very excited. This is the Vango, I forgot what it's called, Vango Nexus UL, which I think stands for ultralight 2 F10 in Alpine Green. I'm very excited. It's a pretty small little pack. I shall be using this on my next camp, or this camp that I'm actually going to attach this unboxing video to, which will be in a couple of weeks, but as you're watching this it'll be in a couple of seconds, so I shall be out trying this. I decided to get this as I've had my other Vango, the Orion 200, for a little while, and the last time I was out with it, it was a bit flappy in the wind and did keep me awake a little bit, so I've searched for something that wasn't too expensive, that might be a little bit more sturdy in the wind. So fingers crossed this helps. It wasn't cheap, it was £300. There doesn't seem to be many in stock in a lot of places at the moment, so they seem fairly popular. So fingers crossed I shall get on alright with it, and I'll be back in a couple of seconds to show you if I can do like a time-lapse type thing. We're putting up, I will. Otherwise I shall just show you around. So see you in a bit, and we'll see how we get on with it. Okay, so here I am at my caravan site, putting up my new tent for the first time. It's the Vango F10 Nexus, ultralight. Rather impressed. Very easy to put up. It's quite breezy here, and it's not moving. So it's out of pitch first. It's got two doors, so I'll show you the other door in a minute. I love this, the tension band system, which goes up through there into the middle. Get extra support. Oh, I've not put it up completely. It's not as tight as it could be. As I just put it up, I can definitely get some of these wrinkles out. But and then inside there's a decent amount of space. You can actually sit up in it, and a little vestibule area, again with one of those, this which goes up through the middle. What I do really like is there's a clip on the door to stop the door coming open in the wind. So yeah, very impressed. Just currently deciding whether to take it out tonight. Here folks, leaving the car behind. Down that way. We're in the Shropshire Hills again. Come to do a replay with a new tent. Fingers crossed. Don't get any horrible weather. There's certainly none forecast. So fingers crossed we'll have a good night's camp out. Catch you in a bit. Here, where we're going to set up camp for the night. Been a little bit tricky trying to find somewhere out the wind. As you can probably hear, it's a bit drafty. So I've come down the hill a touch. I don't know what it is about wind, I really hate it. I'm sure sure there's plenty of people out there who've camped in far worse wind than this. This is just a bit drafty, I suppose. But for some reason it makes me nervous, I don't know why. So it's beautiful, lovely evening. We'll be able to get a sunset again. I did last time I was here. Just go up there to watch it a little bit later. So I'm going to get the tent up, get sorted, and I'll come back in a little while. I'll give you a little tour around. This is the view for the evening. That's back up. I think we're only just down to that pile of rocks in the middle is the top. And just come down slightly. There's nowhere else to go really, unless I start walking and doing another bunch of miles. But I don't really fancy it. Poodles in there. So I'm just sitting here, made a coffee. I've got some packet ravioli. Just put the rubbish in the bag. But it was from B&M, so a lot cheaper than the camping foods you buy. I've given up on that, don't like it. So what a lovely view to sit and cook your dinner. Gorgeous. These two seem quite happy as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to see a sunset. That's a shame. All these clouds have suddenly come from. Still quite warm, but clouds have come and we're not going to see a sunset. Had dinner, hopefully I'll wander. I was hoping to see a sunset, but too many clouds. The sun's over there somewhere, but we're not getting one this time. Never mind, we had a beautiful one last time, so you can't have everything. So I've just been sitting here watching the world go by. I'm fairly sure people think I'm mad. Apart from people who do this regularly, obviously. I think some people definitely think I'm a bit bonkers, but I just love sitting here on my own. Well, I say on my own. I'm never quite on my own. They're very chilled. We haven't walked very far. After I hurt my hip on our last outing, I tore 2 ligaments in my hip, so I've not really wanted to do too much. I was quite sore for a couple of weeks. So we've really only walked 3 and a bit miles to get to where we are. Left the car as far as up the top as you can, and then just walked over to here. So I knew I was coming. I've been on this hill before. Just got in here in the tent, all zipped up, and I've had to take some layers off, which is great. I can't believe how warm it is in here. It's lovely. The sun's definitely not out, the sun isn't heating it up. It's great. Very impressed. It's quite windy still outside, but this is really, really good. I'm very happy with this tent. It's the Vango F10 Nexus. I've got part of the band system thing in that side. I've not put it in this side yet because I might go back out in a bit before I go to bed, but I will. So they kind of click in there. I've got a little light up there. They click in there to add some support for when it's windy. So that's brilliant. I'm also trying out the new Kilos Gear sleeping mat and pillow. I've got both. Also trying that out for the first time tonight, so that should be interesting. It does feel very good so far. I'm impressed. The dogs certainly approve, which is great. Very impressed. There's loads of room. I'm sitting up. I mean, it is a 2-man tent. You'd be hard pushed to get 2 people in here with gear. I mean, there's 2 vestibules, right? I mean, they call them vestibules. There's hardly much room, is there? There's one on either side. You can see, but I mean, it's handy, but there's no room for anything really. It's shoes and a few bits and bobs. I've got my bag, my big main bag in the tent with us, and there isn't a lot of room for another person, that's for sure. There'd be a bit more room obviously if I didn't have the dogs, but they're only little, so they're not taking up loads of room, are they? Yeah, there's a lot of room in here for it's a 1-man tent, isn't it? Let's face it. 2-man means 1 man plus gear and maybe a couple of little dogs. You're not going to get 2 people sitting here. I mean, if I sit upright, I'm not quite in the middle, that's the middle. If I sit up, my head is just touching, but there's quite a lot of space between the inner and the fly. So I do think when I take it down tomorrow, I might just tighten some of these straps up and just make them a little bit higher, because I think that would make a fair bit of difference. It would just be slightly higher. Don't know, I'll have a look tomorrow. It's nice to be able to sit up though. My last tent, you had to lay down. You couldn't do anything. It was the Vango Orion 200, and I really liked it. It was my first proper little wild camping tent, and yeah, it was great. But it flapped in the wind, something chronic on the last trip. It was very waterproof, I'll give it that, because it did throw it down. But the wind, I mean, it stood up, it wasn't damaged, it was great, so I shouldn't really complain, but it was very flappy, and something about that really, I don't know, it puts me on edge. So, good morning. No. No, he thinks I'm talking to somebody. No. Good morning. It's a lovely morning. This is the best morning we've had in our wild camping journey. All of our 2 nights so far, well, 3 nights so far. This is lovely. So the first night the first morning we wild camped, so the morning was just so cold. I'd been cold all night. I just wanted to get going, so I didn't even have a cup of coffee. I just packed up and went. The last time in the Berwyns, the weather was horrendous, and for whatever reason I packed up and left, and that wasn't the best idea either. And today we've got lovely, it's not particularly sunny, but it's lovely. You can see the view. Looks like it's going to be a decent day, probably not too hot actually by the look of it. So we're just getting breakfast, coffee and porridge, seems my go-to really, and then we'll get the tent packed up. Didn't sleep brilliantly. It did get very windy actually, but this tent is great. It flapped a tiny bit, but nothing like the old one, so I'm very pleased with that. We are on a bit of a slope unfortunately, because I wanted to try and get out of the wind. Whether I actually achieved that, I don't really know, to be honest, because it was very windy. And I found myself sliding down to the bottom of the tent a little bit, which I thought might happen, but I wasn't expecting to be itching myself up all night. The new Kilos gear mat was comfortable. I'm really not convinced on the R rating. Really not convinced on the R rating. So much so, I might even email them and see what they've got to say, because there was definitely cold coming up from the ground and I could feel it. So, yeah. I mean, for the price, it is very comfortable. If you definitely needed something with a good R rating, I think you'd need to spend more money and go for something else. But I don't know. I'll see what they say. I have got a foam mat I could put under it, but you know, that's again, it's weight, isn't it? So as always, leave no trace. No trace has been left. I'm obviously bringing the dogs with me. It is quite a nice morning. It's 8:30. Don't think we're going to get much sunshine, but it's not cold. It's actually quite pleasant. So we're off back to the car. Ready, boys?